don't want to lose it, Georgie. Bill's gonna kill you.
What is up, guys? IAnthonyD here, the stray pet cat that hangs around your neighborhood's favorite YouTuber. Thank you guys so much for joining me for another episode of Let's Talk About It, the only show on the internet that lets us talk about our dream horror games, while I will pitch to you my version of today's horror game by creating concept art and a quick overview of the game, breaking it down for all the important steps, and then I want to hear your version of today's horror game pitched down in the comments down below. I also want to know your guys' thoughts on what I have for you today. And today's game is Leatherface, the game, or Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I think Leatherface sounds a little bit cooler, so that's what I'm going to go with. Now, before we get into it, when I was thinking of how to do a Leatherface, the game, one of the easiest ideas that popped in my head was if you take a game like Resident Evil 7 and you take out all the zombies and weird stuff that happened in that game and you just boil it down to like the creepy family aspect and what they did with the house and how like it had different rooms and it was super scary. I think if you just took that and just threw a Leatherface skin all over that and made Leatherface the main antagonist and just you had to survive the family, it would be a perfect first-person psychological horror game that would work so good with the Texas Chainsaw license. But I wanted to make it a little bit harder on myself and you guys down below, so let's make it a multiplayer game. I thought that would be a little bit more interesting for today's Let's Talk About It. Alright, enough talking, let's get into it, because I've been waiting to do the Texas Chainsaw Massacre series for a long time. Now that we understand the type of horror that we're working with, let's just take a quick look at the overall concept of Leatherface, the game.
4 versus 1. 4 survivors are tasked with killing or surviving the family. With a 20-minute timer, each survivor spawns on different sides of the house. The house is made up of 3 levels: the basement, the living area, and upstairs. The house is rather big, basement having many rooms and tunnels, the living area having the kitchen, living room, and bathroom, while the upstairs is made up of many bedrooms. The survivors must either fight back and kill the family while surviving for 20 minutes, or find 3 keys to unlock the front door and escape the farm fences. The killer can choose from 3 killers: the dad, the brother, and of course, Leatherface. All 3 having different skills and abilities to help the killer win. They must stop all survivors from finding the keys. The killer can perform executions or bring the survivor to the basement for more XP. Killers can be killed and will respawn, having the ability to choose a different killer.
Now, one of the more easier things to tackle is our maps. What kind of playgrounds do we have for our survivors to escape the grasp of Leatherface and the family?
The game would launch with 2 set maps: the farmhouse, the 3-leveled old iconic creepy Sawyer house from the movies, and the slaughterhouse factory, nicknamed the meat plant, a giant old meat packing plant with very dark and tight long hallways.
So there you have it for the maps. Let's take a quick look at our survivors. Now, it's nothing too special because I always feel like survivors are not as cool as the killers, so I didn't want to spend too much time on these.
Survivors are all customizable and have no set stats, but XP gained by surviving matches can be used to purchase perks in the store to build out loadouts for each character that you would like.
Finally, we are to the killers of the game, the highlight, the main event. We're talking about Leatherface and the rest of the family. Let's break them down.
Killers, also known as the family. Daddy Sawyer, nicknamed the Sheriff, with medium speed, medium health, and the ability of carrying around his shotgun. Only 2 shots needed to kill a survivor. Brother Sawyer, nicknamed the Hitchhiker. Fast speed, low health, and has the ability of carrying around his lucky pocket knife with 3 slashes to kill a survivor. Leatherface, nicknamed Bubba. Slow speed, high health, but can perform a charging attack with his chainsaw or pull you in with his special hook.
There you have it, guys. That is another episode of Let's Talk About It. Thank you guys so much for watching. That is all I have for Leatherface the game. I want to know exactly what you guys think about my idea, my pitch. Comment it down below so we can have a discussion. As well as I want to hear your ideas for Leatherface the game. And go crazy, because it could be anything in the world. You're not held back by budgets or anything. It's just fans being fans and talking about horror. If you guys missed the last episode of Let's Talk About It, you can click it here. If you guys would like to support the channel, there's a bunch of options. Obviously, the free one. Subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with more awesome horror gaming content. As well as you guys can comment down below, like, share, all that stuff. It really does help because YouTube hates horror content creators. As well, if you guys are feeling a little bit more generous, consider becoming a member for as low as $2 a month. There's a bunch of different tier options that you guys can support the channel and unlock more cool, awesome secret perks. Till then, don't do drugs, don't have sex, and oh yeah, don't die.
They weren't paying any attention. They were making love while that young boy drowned.
Pennywise, meet Georgie. Meet Pennywise.